Hello, welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. You're welcome to watch this 1 minute 31 second short video, and then go at the end of it, which I already did just to help you save the time. So basically you can watch this video and at the end click on subscribe in order to subscribe. I noticed that the end screen was missing on some of the videos that I had, and I had to put on all of them later, but until I do that one, please use this video to subscribe, or the current one that I'm just adding, and watch it till the end, and at the end click on the subscription to subscribe. I really appreciate it. So in order to watch our videos on the YouTube channel, you are welcome to search MyWebUniversity free education videos, either at Google with YouTube at the end of the videos, or just inside a YouTube channel, MyWebUniversity free education YouTube. That's the name of our channel. And when you go there, you will be having a lot of videos that I have already posted, whether it's Unix, Linux, C, Python, shell scripting, Bash, Awk, Set, you can name it, Apache, MySQL. There's a lot of stuff there that I have posted. Solaris operating system, and then Unix manual pages, documentation, shell scripting, Rocky version of installation, Ubuntu version, CentOS, a lot of stuff. So you're welcome to subscribe. But today's topic is not about the subscription, and not about showing you the already posted. You're welcome to watch any of them that interest you, and then please make comments, and that way I can make any improvement based on your needs, and that would be greatly appreciated by me. So if you don't make comments, you don't subscribe, that's fine too, but you're welcome to just make the decision as you please. And for me, I'm going to just show you today on the Windows operating system how to capture logs, or capture screenshots of your Windows PC or laptop that is running with the Windows operating system. So let me just minimize this window. As you can see, this nice desktop with a Windows background. You can see that this is a Windows 10 default and desktop background that we are on. But in order for me to know further, I could type in Microsoft Info 32. That will also open up this kind of system information, saying that OS name is Microsoft Windows 10, the version, it tells you about the processor, the amount of memory you have. All that information is here that you can reveal. So if I just minimize this one, and let me just see if I can just refresh, and then yeah, the size is a little bit too small. So I'm going to just open up a command prompt. When you type in CMD at the run, it will just open up a command prompt, and you can always resize it by right click here and then choose the size of the text that you want. So I already set up the color and font. The size 36 is pretty big for this one. Since we're making it a YouTube video, I want to make sure that you can read it. This video that is going to show right now, you can see that the command prompt itself tells me that I'm using Microsoft version Windows version 10. And if I just want to type in that information saying system info, then type more, so it will stop one screen at a time. It will just reveal the same information that I got it from Microsoft Info 32. And that is telling me that I'm running a Windows 10 operating system with version, and then the build version is this. So the operating system also, it tells me that I have a 16 gigabyte of memory, and then my laptop is a x86 based laptop. The processor speed is also here with 3.1 gigahertz in this AMD processor. Obviously, I can get all of that information by typing, instead of doing system info, I could type in find/I and then say, like, for example, I search for OS name. And then if there's a string called OS name, it will just say operating system name is Microsoft Windows. Similarly, if I look for model to see the type of the processor model, if there is a field, say system model, then it will reveal that one. And similarly for the memory. So this is just a find command that will just help you faster finding the specific information there. Now, I was talking about like capturing some of the information from the computer and saving it to a file, so you can send it to an email, attached to an email, or to another person. In order to do that one, Microsoft provides a list of ways to do it. One way is to use the snipping tool. So snipping tool is that when you type in at the run snipping tool, this is snipping tool kind of utility comes out, and then it tells you that, okay, I'm available to capture any part of your screen you want to get it. So if I just want to get click on new, if I want to get the entire view screen here, I could do that one now. This is here. So then I can save this information to save as and put it into another file name that I could say, let's say temp.bitmap or whatever .png in this case. I'm just saving it as temp. And if I say, well, I just captured something here that I should have not captured, I have a choice of just going back to this one and then even like copy here and then say open up like another software like Word or something and paste it there. So you can do that one. But at this time, I'm going to show you how to do snipping tools further. So like here, I did this one. I can always say, well, I want it, just want this one. Let me just make this size smaller. I'm going to resize this one. So if I just make the this screen is smaller and then I click new, I could just pick up this portion of the data, like right here. And I could include this one saying that I was on this directory. So you can save this one also as a save as something else and say, let's say temp2.jpg. So you can save those files. And then as you can see that it is creating it, saving it to the directory where I want to save it, I can always retrieve that one and then later. But this is a capture screen of it. So if I just want to capture something like a graphic like this one, I can just go a snipping tool and say new, and then right here say, okay, I want to get my YouTube channel, and then I could capture that one and then save this one as save as. So under the MyWebUniversity images directory, I could save it as my YouTube channel, just like that. So the name of the YouTube channel is MyWebUniversity Free Educational Videos. So I just saved this one. And then if I just close this snipping tool, now I'm going to go back to this directory where I saved these ones. I can always come back to the directory. So I saved it under the MyWebUniversity directory. I'm going to go back to the directory. Let me just go to the Wahid Lutfi directory here. And then right here is MyWebUniversity. And then under the images, I saved that one. So the name I called it is my YouTube channel. And then this is the file that I just opened it. And when you open it, you can open it as 3D or just open it as PNG. So this file is right now open as it is. I can also right click on it and say this file, you see by default, you open it, it opens up there. You can open it with 3D and you can open it with other ones. And you can click on the edit, it just opens the same format on Paintbrush. And if you want to just modify it, you have a choice there. Let me just close this one. And then there's another technique aside from a snipping tool. You could just always send this information based on what you want to a file. So, and that's the piping in Microsoft. So if I send this information, system information, find memory, into saying that send it to system info dash memory dot text. Now I just, instead of sending it to the screen, by this greater sign, I just redirect it to this file. So now if I say type, and then type in system information dot text, it automatically shows that output there. Similarly, if I just want to get the OS name, and then I could just say, okay, the OS name is here, and then say, let's say I just name it system info dash OS name, and then dot text. And then now the output is sent there. And then I could just look at it this. What if I want to just append, in addition to that one, I want to append some more information. So I did this, I could just say, send a model name, model information also to this, instead of just, let's keep it the same name. So system information, and instead of one less than sign, you type in double, one greater sign for creating it, you write double greater sign for appending it, add to the end of it. Now, the system information, when we type it, notice that the type of system information with the OS name, it is the same file with all details. If I want to get like directory name, send it to system info dash OS name dot text. This directory output that was here, now it is on that file. So you can see that in addition to having the system information on the top, where and this one was there, because I used the greater sign, one greater sign. Yeah, so if I just do this, it will create that system information OS name with double greater sign. Now, whatever was written already in it, system info dash OS name dot text, it had the directory, and then now I append it at the end of it this. And if I want to say echo, this is the end of this file, and then just say double greater sign and system info dash OS name dot text. Now I can just cut that file, and you can see, let me type that file, it just says this is the end of the file. So by using the greater sign, there's another technique, you can capture larger files, and you don't have to do it. Obviously, you can capture like a portion of this, and then do Control+C and then do Control+V. That's a keyboard stroke that you could do that one. So if you just are interested in typing some commands, and then you say, well, I like to see that with the long listing of the directory, and now you say you can do this one, Control+C, and then when you do Control+V, it will put it the same command there for you. So you don't have to retype the same thing. If it's a longer one, or maybe you can Control+C from the entire things here. Like let's say the output of this one, and instead of doing, let me just clear the screen first. And instead of, let's say, I do this command, and instead of doing a snipping tool, I could send this information to dir.txt. Now, dir.txt already has that information. I could also say, well, I want to save it to a file aside from dir.txt. The dir.txt is a file, as you can see here, dir.txt. But if you want to just open it up in Notepad, you can do that one. And if you just want to do a highlight and add to it more, like we did the greater sign, you want to just add this portion, Control+C of it, and then you do Control+V here, you get that portion as well. So it's not like there. Let's say I get that, help on the command prompt, and just get the entire Windows help. I can get that one from here, capture it, and then do a Control+C, and then here put Control+V on this one, and then now that I have the help. And then if I want to save it as the same name, now the dir.txt, type dir.txt has all the details. But it doesn't make sense for a dir.txt to have help in other ones. So I'm going to just rename it to say, like, for example, capture the log or something, a help.txt or something, or delete their .txt. I don't need that one. Store.txt, I can delete all of the one that I created. Delete system info store.txt. It will just delete those ones. So now I don't have any files with .txt on the directory. I started clean. So you learn how to use the snipping tool and how to redirect with piping. Now I'm going to introduce you another technique on the PowerShell, that how you capture information on a Windows PC using PowerShell. So you can run PowerShell from the Windows command prompt to just get into the PowerShell. Now I'm inside PowerShell. You can see ps:/user. It is there. So if I say get-help, notice that the syntax is there. If I do a get-process, it shows all the processes that are there. Every command that I type in, it will just be there. Aside from that one, if I just want to capture some information here, I can do start and then transcript. If I don't give any input file, by default, it puts it into a system related file. So now if I say dir command here, and then I say stop-process, this file that is right here, it just gets the captured information, but after I stop the process. So you start the, stop transcript, not the stop dash process. So stop dash transcript, it just says, okay, I wrote it on this file. So now if I say type this information, the content of this file, you can see it's a text file, and you can see it is there. I can also say notepad and just open it there. And then that information is captured here. But if I want to save the PowerShell output to some files, let me just delete that file. I don't need it. So by deleting that file, is not there. Now I'm going to clear my screen. I'm on the PowerShell. I'm going to do a dir. And I'm going to just say start transcript. And then I'm going to say get-help.txt. So I want to just capture the information into get-help. And then I just say get-help here. I get the information and then say get-help, get-process. Just get that output, and then I say stop-transcript. Now the file that was written to is in this file. So now dir of get-help.txt has the detail. And if I just say open it in Notepad, get-help, you can see that file is here on the whole information there. So let me just delete this file. I don't need it. Del get-help.txt. I'm going to close this command prompt, and I'm going to close, PowerShell, and I'm going to close out of the command prompt. I'm going to type in PowerShell here. PowerShell. Notice when I type in PowerShell, it is going to say you want to run the which is the PowerShell integrated standard environment that is there available, and you can also have the apps. So I'm going to start the integrated standard environment, and then this is going to give me a list of tools here that I can run like almost like an IDE. That's what this is ISE stand for. But notice the size is really, really small on the font. So the font you can zoom in and zoom out. So Control add, and then I say say this to make it bigger. And then once it is bigger, big enough, right now I can type in like get-process, and just to get the processes output and so on. So this is one way that you can just get the information from it and then run it, and you will get this one. So at the same time, I could say start-transcript. Notice that the ISE for the PowerShell integrated standard environment, it allows you to just see the commands with like very sensitive to whatever case that you're typing, or whatever function that is available for it, whatever module, whatever parameters that are within that function that is available, it helps you with very specific details. So transcript I'm going to do, and then I'm saying this one, let's say, for example, Python 3 dash version dot text. So if I just say I want to save it in this Python 3 dash version dot text, and then I say Python 3 dash dash version, it will just tell me that whether Python 3 is no, I just type in PT and it's the Python 3. So the version is 3.10.5. That is good. The specification, this one was a typo, with the Y was missing. And when you type in Python 3, it will understand that one. Also, for this Python 3, let's see, Python 3 dash uppercase V will reveal the same thing. So if I go here and say Python 3, I'm now inside the Python 3 interpreter. So it says that you can get the information like license or type or credit or something. But then at the same time, if I don't type in anything here, let's see if it prompts me to the actual Python. It is just sitting there. Let me see if this prompt, yeah, this display is not clean enough. So I'm going to Control+C out of this, and then I'm going to say Stop-Transcript here. And then now, and that information is written, I'm going to just look at that one with more to see what we got. So out of this one, Control+C, Control+V, and then we look at it, that this nothing was written on it. So I'm going to exit out of this ICE and just type in PowerShell and then enter. So this is the command prompt that is not IC, but it is Windows PowerShell itself. So let's do the same thing here and see the difference. This one should work. And then I'm going to change the property to a little bit bigger because the size is too small for a session. So let me resize this window also here. And this is another way you can capture information. So here I can run any command like git dash help. It will do it. The git dash process will show. And then I can run these commands and then say, for example, start and dash process calc for calculator. And then now calculator started here. We could just say, okay, let's just find this calculator process. And at the same time, I'm going to capture some of the logs of whatever activity I'm doing it here. And just let me just close it here first. And just for now, the start calculator, I'm going to redo it. So clear my screen first. I'm going to type in start dash transcript and say capture dot text. Whatever the information that I want to capture, I want to capture it in that file. So first I type in host name. It tells me that I'm on that host. And now I'm going to type in directory where I am. So it shows that directory. And then I type in date, today's date. And then I say, okay, great. Now let's just do start dash process. I'm going to just say open notepad, for example, or just let's open calculator again, calc, and then you can open any process you want. It is not only on this. So I could just say start a notepad here, that the notepad will open. But let's just write, and this is a test, and then we don't want to save it. So I'm going to say exit, and it's going to prompt me, say, do you want to save it? I say, no, don't save it. So now the only process that is there, notepad is not there. I say git dash process, and then this will just show all the processes that are running. But I'm interested only on the calculator, right? So I'm going to say where where object has this $_ underscore dot name. equal to or like. I could put like and then calculator. If I just write the whole, entire thing as calc star, because it's calculator or calc anything, it will match because I put the word like. Since I have this like, I'm going to just say, okay, that's great. I found out the process. Now I'm going to stop that process, and then that process is killed. And then right here you can see, if I just run this stop showing the calculator, there's no more process. So now we're good. We're just going to stop dash transcript to show you how to capture that information. And then we just look at that capture.txt, and then sorry, more capture.txt. You have to type in the file name correctly. So this is the file written, and then now this time I'm gonna say, let's say, and get to the Python and get something from Python output. So clear the screen here, and then I'm gonna say, if I just type in Python 3 dash version, it will reveal that information. So I know Python 3.10.5 is installed. So what I'm going to do is say start dash transcript and say Python 3 info, just for Python 3 information. So let's say we run this Python dash version, we run this dash v, and then we get into Python 3. So now Python 3 is there. I can type in license, for example, the information as show me all the license information, and then I could type in quit to do this one, or just continue on with the information. So Q for quit, I'm going to quit out of that screen. I can get the help of Python and then look for modules, for example, what are the list of modules. I can get a lot of big details of information, and then I can get help on a particular module and all that detail. So it is a very nice interface. It provides you all the details. Because the list is big, it is taking a little bit longer than we expect, but it's a lot of the modules, so it will be listing all of them here. Let me resize this window a little bit bigger. And use the NumPy API modules is still experimental C and NP. So notice that the list is big. And if I just want to say help on, let's say, regular expression, then you can say help, I'm sorry, regular expression, because I'm already inside the help. So if I was inside the interpreter, I would do that one. But once I'm getting out of here, and then I say import math, and then say print help of this math library, I can do that one and then get the information. So let me quit out of this. I want to just show you, like, sometimes you need to capture a log of information. So let's say you run a x is equal x for x and range of a big number, so like 100,000. So this one, if you just want to get this value of x, notice how big it is, right? Then you can say, okay, fx mod 5 is equal 0. So now you're getting a little bit smaller number from that list. But I want to change also this 100,000 to 100. So now x is a smaller number between a specific 5, 10, 15, because module 5 is remainder 0 is then going to do that one. And if you just want to get the same thing with remainder not equal to 1, 2, 3, which is some remainder, the remainder is not equal to 0, those numbers. So we get that information, but let's see what we can do. If I say type of x, that is a list, and then if I say dir of x, these are the function that is available, and then I can say help x dot, for example, append. If I want to see that function, how I append it, you can see that you can x whatever it is, then I could say x dot append and just add another list to it. So that's not part of this discussion. This is, I'm going to discuss how we capture. So now I capture all of that one. I'm gonna say exit out of Python, and then now I'm exit out of Python, and then I'm going to be on PowerShell. Now I'm on PowerShell, I say stop-transcript. Once you stop the transcript, that file is available. So Notepad, that file is going to open it for you on Notepad, and then you can read the details and you can edit any portion of it. Notice all the details that we did, the file size is big. So you captured a lot of information, and at the end, we capture some information here and all that thing. Please make sure that if you like the video, make some comments and go to the end of this video on the or the one that I'm posting today. Subscribe to our channels. You're welcome to watch any of these videos. There are a lot of good videos here that you can learn from and do good at your job or a school that you're attending. Have a great one. Love and peace to you all. Take care. Bye-bye now.